Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the realm of Mondo movie mysticism. So, when I was at Fantasia Fest, there was this cool segment of or collection of short films called "Horrors All Dressed in English," and obviously en français it was "Horreurs All Dressed," which is sort of a fun. I thought it'd play with with all dressed chips maybe, or I don't know what the heck they're going for, but I saw these short films, and not all of all these films are on Letterboxd, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna kind of leave this here, and then I'm gonna read off the Word document, which you can't see, I don't think. And yeah, so it was a fun collection. I really enjoyed it. So the short film Loud was awesome back in 2021. I really enjoyed the movie The Sound of Violence, where sounds of murder are used for electronic music production by a crazed protagonist. This film has a sound produced by a musician that actually is like a demonic infestation and might mess up someone else who is present at this recording studio. There's a lot of cool, dark impact to be experienced here. This is a great short film to set some tone for other ones that might linger on something a little bit more. So, what do we got? 4.5 stars for that one. And then the next one was Les Tempéraments. It's a pretty messed up short that looks at a cowardly teacher who displays a high-minded ethic to impose on others, but is not of the moral character that he professes is ideal. The film has him talk to his class and go into a compromising situation. The last shot is utterly savage, and it very much has a payoff from perspective. Some of the effects aren't great, but it's a good hat trick of a film. There you go. 3.5 stars. And then we move on to Crack. Crack really tested how visual the medium of film can be, or perhaps should be in this instance, because I saw it totally in French, no subtitles, so interpretation was important. I understood none of the dialogue, but it ended up being minimal anyway, and you could totally understand the payoff, which then inversely explains the setup and beginning of the tale. There is payoff, it's basic and perfectly fine without being a mind blower, unless there was stellar dialogue, which I couldn't understand, of course. Right. So the short film Katarakt reminded me of The Big Shave by Martin Scorsese, where a guy shaves himself but deliberately cuts his neck, bleeding profusely. Apparently, this is a critique of the war in Vietnam. This short, as far as I can tell, is not a critique of any current war, but a woman deals with dental care in a washroom with nasty consequences, like in The Big Shave. It made me recoil. That's fantastic. It's simply a cool short, nothing more, nothing less. 4 stars. Okay, so I like Tourterelle Triste by the end. The setup seemed rough, but because it's just over 50 minutes, there's enough time to transition into something meaningful. Some guys are on some dopey hunting trip, and then one person is triggered when told not to. And then a dark flashback occurs, cut to some grisly occurrence in real time. The ending and flip really worked for me, but it is still a little janky. 3.5 stars. Oh, so it looks like. Oh, wait, no, it's here. So the English title is Under the Canopy, but I saw it as Sous la canopée. It is a pretty little animation with something getting squashed. It's a fun enough hat trick with a little meat attached to it. It's done in a minute, and thought what it ended was okay. There you go, 3.5 stars. Aha, so Mary. So this is not a Letterboxd, but I interviewed the director and the lead actress of this film. And it is Alexander Tarazi and Letty Sedan, respectively. The short film Mary had a great reveal and is a fun ride. I got to interview the female lead of this during Cannes 2024, and it's great to see her in a film finally, and at a Fantasia Fest, no less. Enter a dash of John Carpenter-esque score and 3 good settings, you end up with a very fun 20-minute experience of a short film. First, we get a perceptive couple texting, a bar scene, then a showdown at the house. Maybe even a mysterious third central character, and you've got a very fine time within cinema. I give it 4.5 stars. Oh, right. So the next one is also not a letterbox. It's called These Games We Play. And it was a 5-minute short that could have used a few more minutes to pay off meaningfully. I just felt like we were in the setup stage of the movie when it suddenly ended. There's meaningful action in it, but I still didn't quite feel satisfied by the experience. So this one is on Letterboxd. Now the screaming. It has a great reveal through the utility of sound. A woman is working at the morgue. We hear her listening to tracks with her earbuds on, and then suddenly she realizes something is off and takes them off. Screaming from one of the dead emerges, and things get sticky from there. Eventually, another corpse gets in on the action. This one was pretty darn gross. It was an interesting way to set up information within the story, and then that makes what happens at the end even better and more compelling. Ba, ba, ba. So we've got Disease that is on Letterboxd. So Disease shows a love affair between a zombie and a mortal. It's pretty funny while revolting simultaneously. I think the concept hasn't been done before, or at least is novel enough for a laugh. I won't lie, I was a little stiff while the short started and stretched for a bit, so I missed the middle of the film. So reviewing this quick 5-minute movie while having missed a good chunk of it feels a little misguided. But there it is anyways, 3.5 stars. And then there's one more that's not a letterbox. So Martin the Magnificent is a ventriloquist horror short, which is usually a fun thing to explore cinematically. Here we have a Faustian bargain, which is quite nasty. The movie is funniness and sadness built into it. Or has funniness and sadness built into it. It's amusing and inappropriately horrific. A great short film to play when you're done a binge of short films. Okay, I give that 4 stars. So there you have it. There was Horrors All Dressed. And I've got another live stream like this coming at you tomorrow for a bunch of sci-fi short films that played short films. And that's it for me, the Movie Mystic. Peace. The realm of Mondo movie mysticism ends now. Peace out, y'all.